Hello children, Sai Ram. Welcome back to our online sessions children. Now we'll begin with our social studies class. Chapter number 19, The Struggle for Independence. Children, in this chapter we will know more about evil practices in ancient India, social reformers, the rise of Indian nationalism, the partition of Bengal and the Swadeshi movement, activities of the revolutionaries, and the World War I and after. In our today's session, we will just focus on two topics, that is evil practices in ancient India and social reformers. Children, last month, that is in the month of May, we all had celebrated Mother's Day. A mother is the most important woman in everybody's life, isn't it? Yes. A mother or a woman does multitask work. She plays different roles. That is, she plays the role of a mother, of a wife, a daughter-in-law, a sister, etc. So, a woman plays different characters. Women today are given equal opportunities. Okay? Women in modern India are given equal opportunities in all the fields. Here we can see women in different fields, that is in politics, in business, in military sector, in medical field. Okay, so we can say that from 19th century, slowly and steadily, a woman started getting freedom. She started getting an opportunity to express herself. And today, in each and every field, in each and every sector, we can see women at a success. So now here the question arises is, how were the women in 17th and 18th century? Were they given the same opportunity? Were they given the freedom to express? So today let us see more about women in ancient India. For thousands of years, women were dominated by men. Women were not allowed to step out of a house. They were even not allowed to take major decisions. A woman was just allowed to be at home and do the household work, such as preparing food for the family, fetching water from the rivers and wells, gathering fuels for cooking, etc. Women were not allowed to use their brains in any circumstances for business or any other reason, as their thoughts were not listened. Women were always treated lower than men. They were even not allowed to fight back even they were right. Therefore, Indian society had pressured and tortured women like anything. They thought that women must only live to serve men. There were even social evils practiced, and many were pertaining to women. Now, children, let us see some of the evil practices that were carried in ancient India. And here we have is killing of female infanticide. Children, with the help of the image, we understand that the boy child was willingly accepted by the parents, by the relatives and the society, whereas the girl child was neglected or ignored. So, female infanticide is the deliberate killing of a newborn female child. And the reason behind this was poverty, dowry system, and births to unmarried women was also the other reason for killing of female infanticide. So these all reasons forced the parents to kill the girl child. Next evil practice carried in India was the child marriage. Here in the image we can see both the bride as well as groom are children, isn't it? Girls were married off at a very young age, sometimes when they were just 5 or 6 years old. They even became mothers when they were just 15 or 16. That is, they were neither physically nor mentally ready for marriage or motherhood. Whereas boys were married at the age of 10 or 12. The next evil practice carried in some parts of India was sati system. Sati was a largely historical practice found in some parts of India. Here, a widow sacrificed herself by sitting on the funeral pyre of her husband. Widows were told that this was the only way they could get salvation. If the wife disagreed, then she was given some liquid to drink to become unconscious, then was dragged and thrown into the fire. And if this act didn't work, then her hands were tied and even legs were tied before being placed on the pyre. The widow used to cry and shout, but This evil practice carried for many years. So, children, wasn't it very cruel act against the women? The next issue in Indian society was caste system. It was divided into different categories. So here is Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra and untouchables. Brahmins include priests and academics. Kshatriya includes warriors and kings. Vaishya includes merchants and landowners. Shudras include peasants and servants. And untouchables include street sweepers. So, children, these were some of the evil practices which divided the society and kept it backward. But on the other hand, there were some educated people who realized that removal of these outdated customs and superstitions were very necessary for the growth and progress of the Indian society. Okay, so these educated people came together and took some steps and made the people aware. They wanted to change the mindset of the orthodox people. So these educated people who came forward and took the steps to uplift the society, they are called as social reformers. Children, who are called as social reformers? A social reformer is someone who tries to change and improve something such as law or a social system. Next on the screen here we have is Swami Dayanand Saraswati. He was born in Gujarat in the year 1824. A brilliant Sanskrit scholar, he spoke out strongly against idol worship at the age of 14. He was even against sati and opposed child marriage. He preached against caste differences. Next here we have is Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He was born on 17th October 1817 in Delhi. He was a great supporter of women liberation. He took initiative and worked hard for the upliftment of the women in Indian society. He was awarded as the Star of India. He died on 27th March 1898 in Aligarh. The next social reformer here we have is Savitribai Phule. Savitribai Phule was born on 3rd January 1831 in Naigaon. She was an Indian social reformer, educationalist, and a poet from Maharashtra. She is regarded as the first female teacher of India. Along with her husband, Jyotirao Phule, she played an important role in improving women's rights in India. She is regarded as the mother of Indian feminism. She died on 10th March 1897 in Pune. So, children, these were some of the social reformers. As a result of their efforts, the Indian society started changing. Okay, so let us quickly see which who were the social reformers. So here we have is Rajaram Mohan Roy, who abolished sati. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar started widow remarriage. Dayanand Saraswati, who opposed child marriage. Sayyid Ahmad Khan, who supported women's liberation. And here is Savitribai Phule, who worked for the education of the girl child as well as for the women. So these were some of the Indian social reformers who took initiative and worked for the benefits of the women in the Indian society. And since then, Indian society started changing. So children, that's it for our today's session. In our next class, we shall be learning more about the rise of Indian nationalism and the partition of Bengal and the Swadeshi movement. Till then, do take care of yourself. Goodbye. Sai Ram.